Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, nestled between rolling hills and shimmering streams, there lived an elderly woman named Agnes. Known far and wide for her wit and wisdom, she was a cherished figure in the community. Though she embraced her twilight years with warmth and good humor, Agnes had one small quirk that often left the villagers in stitches. She loved to play the most unexpected and amusing pranks on her fellow townsfolk, always with a twinkle in her eye and a hearty laugh that followed. One fine morning, Agnes woke up with a delightful idea. The village baker, a jolly man named Harold, had recently bragged about his prize-winning loaf of sourdough bread. Agnes, amused by his pride, decided to test his sense of humor. So on market day, when the village square was bustling with life, she carefully executed her plan. Agnes prepared a batch of dough, meticulously working it into a loaf that was the spitting image of Harold's famed bread. However, instead of flour, she used a mix of finely ground sawdust and bits of burlap, ingredients that would surely baffle any taste bud. Once her creation was ready, she slipped it into a basket and made her way to the market, grinning with anticipation. As she reached Harold's stall, she greeted him with her usual warmth and presented him with the loaf, claiming it was her own special recipe. Flattered by the gesture and curious about his competitor's secret, Harold accepted the loaf and promised to serve it at the village's upcoming feast. As the sun set, villagers gathered at the communal feast, a cherished event filled with laughter and camaraderie. Plates piled high with sumptuous dishes, the air rich with the aroma of baked treats. Everyone eagerly anticipated Harold's signature bread. With a flourish, Harold unveiled the loaf Agnes had given him, slicing it with pride and distributing pieces to the villagers. The first bite was met with a series of astonished expressions. Confusion quickly turned to laughter as a wave of hilarity swept through the gathering. The texture was all wrong. It was as if they were chewing on a mouthful of cotton with a hint of wood. Even Harold, the star baker, couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of the situation. Agnes, who had been watching from the crowd, finally stepped forward, her laughter blending harmoniously with the mirth of the villagers. She confessed her prank, explaining how she couldn't resist the opportunity to challenge his baking bravado. Despite the initial surprise, Harold took the jest in stride, appreciating the humor and acknowledging it as a remarkable lesson in humility. The prank, though unexpected, brought the community even closer, transforming the feast into a legendary tale of hilarity that would be recounted for years to come. Thus, Agnes's little joke became emblematic of the village spirit, a gentle reminder of the joy that comes from not taking oneself too seriously. And so, in that charming village, laughter reigned supreme, ensuring that each day ended with smiles as wide as their hearts. And that truly is the magic of a very funny story.